Good morning, happy Tuesday. I just got into my classroom. It is 7:40 and I have work to do this morning. I didn't get like anything done yesterday because I was meeting with my partner, and by the time we were done it was like we were working on science, and by the time I was done with her and I showed you guys like my guided reading stuff, it was like almost 6 o'clock. So, or maybe it was 6 o'clock, I don't even know, but I didn't have the motivation to do anything at that time, so I just went ahead and left. I do have people coming in today to observe my wind time. They're gonna come to like we just happen to have a wind time going on at the time that these people are coming. They're coming from like a different school to observe how we do our wind time, and I think that they'll like want to look at each level because the students are grouped by level according to like whatever skill we're working on. And so each teacher, each second grade teacher and our intervention teacher are all working on like the same type of thing. So for example, like right now we're working on addition. So our intervention teacher is working on like single digit addition. The next level up is working on like 2 to 1, and the next level up is working on like 2 to 2, and then the next level up is working on like, well, it will be 3 to 3, but for the time being it's word problems, which is my group. And so today for when they come in, because we're working on word problems, and I was kind of looking for, yesterday we just worked on word problems because I wanted to show them like how I wanted them to solve them, which is basically I want them to go through like a 3 read. So I want them to do like a cold read, just figure out what is going on in the problem, then go through and circle any important information like the numbers basically, and then go back through a 3rd time, underline the question, and then take out any information, like just cross out any information that you didn't end up needing. Because I told them sometimes you might circle a number thinking it's important, but then it doesn't end up being like a needed piece of information. So I wanted them to underline the question and then go back through and just like make sure all the information that they circled was actually information that they needed. So I taught them that yesterday. Oh, and then when they solve it, I want them to show with a model, a number sentence, and like using words to explain their strategy. So today I'm going to put them into groups of 4. This is something I've done in my class in the past, and then I'm gonna give them, they're gonna each be at like one of the whiteboard tables, and the groups of 4 will solve the problem together. They'll decide how they're gonna solve it. They'll just solve it on the table, and then once they have solved it, they'll raise their hand, I'll come and check it, and then I'll hand them a new problem. So I'll just have the problems like cut out, but I want them to be like sort of trickier problems so that they actually have to like think about how it's solved, not just like there were 12 red beads and 13 blue beads, how many beads were there all together. I want them to be like problems where they actually need to kind of come together and strategize how they're going to solve the problem. Since they are like the more advanced group, I want them to have to work for it. So that's my plan for WIN today. So I just need to prep the questions. I remember I had a scoot that I did not last year but the year before, and I remember it being like kind of challenging, but I think this group could probably do it. Like for my whole class it was a little bit challenging, but I think for my whole group, since I do have like the more advanced kids in terms of addition, I think that they could solve it like no problem. So, and I do remember that they were a little bit harder. So I'm actually gonna see, I think I had it printed and I think I saved it. Let's see if I do. I try and like save task cards if possible, just because then I don't have to print them again if I print them on color. If I don't print them on color, then like I just throw them away. But let's see, add and subtract 2 digits. If you guys have, oh no, if you guys have never seen these, I got these at Sam's Club this year, and I've just labeled them for all my math games. These things have been lifesavers this year. Like, look at my place, because we did place value at the beginning of the year. Look at how jam-packed this thing is, and it's all my games, and they're all ready for next year, and I'm so grateful for myself. Okay, so this is what it was. So it's like street signs. I don't know, maybe I can like pick out, oh, some of them are 3 digit. I might be able to make these work. Some of them are subtraction, but I think if I changed the problem to be addition, then I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna see if this works, and then if not, then I'll grab out something different. I wonder what this one is. Ooh, actually this one might work. Like this one, he got 2 boxes of crayons. Each box of crayons has 24 crayons. How many crayons did he get in all? So then they'd want to say 2 plus 24, but that's not the answer. Actually, I might use this. I even wrote enrichment word problems. It says enrichment word problems. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Okay, these will work. I kind of need to figure out where I got these because I guess unless I just have each group working on different cards, maybe I can find where I got these. I shouldn't do that. Like, I should not just keep task cards like this, and then I can never find the pieces that go with it. Anyway, so also everyone always asks where I get these dice from, these like big ones, and I didn't know because I just found them. Oh, I guess I'm so stupid. Anyway, everyone always asks where I get these dice because they see them and they like how big they are. I just got them out of a box of like stuff that was being given away, that was like curriculum stuff, and I didn't know where they were from since I didn't buy them. I should have looked on the dice because it says Oriental Trading, but I saw Jess, the social speech, she has like the exact same ones, and she said she got them off of Amazon, so you can find them on Amazon. I love how big they are because they don't, like, if they end up on the floor, I feel like the kids are more likely to pick them up than like these little tiny ones, and these ones get smushed, and then these ones are just so tiny that, like, I don't know, I just feel like they get lost. Like once they end up on the floor, like the kids just don't pick them up, whereas if these end up on the floor, I feel like they're a lot more likely to pick them up. So anyway, I'm gonna go get my stuff ready and I will catch up with you guys after school. All right, happy afternoon. Today was such a good day today. Like overall, just really good day. My WIN group this morning that I was talking about this morning went really well. We ended up doing, so I printed out some word problems and I just made them like really challenging, and the kids, what in the world, they really liked doing them. I think they seemed like they were enjoying themselves, so I basically just had them, I had the stack like on my table for each group, and I put on the back side like the number of the group that they were in, and then they used the they used this paper to like keep track of which ones that they've answered, and so they would just put the answer on here, and then they would just do like the work on the table, just because I wanted them to keep track, because I knew we wouldn't finish it in a day. So I wanted them to be able to keep track of like which ones they've already done, which should like be easy because they're supposed to only grab from like their group, but just in case, I figured it would be just kind of an easy place. And then I put all my answers, I made just like an answer key, so it was easier for me to like check if they had gotten it right or wrong. So that was WIN time today. And then this morning for ELA, we worked on our story for the week. It went really well. Like we were all like super engaged. They've been really liking, we actually have just now switched to, I feel like I'm like so out of breath right now. We just finally switched to nonfiction, and we've been focusing on fiction stories all year. So it's been kind of fun this week to try and just like change it up a little bit. And then we did our guided reading. I got through some DRAs, not as many as I would have liked to, but it is what it is. And they did really well with literacy centers. And then at the end of the day, they actually had PE, so we didn't spend like too much time together at the end of the day. But we had our ELA WIN time, and I had something totally different planned, and like I don't know why this just like kind of came out. So I've been focusing on multisyllabic words with them, and so we talked about, but we went through our list of multisyllabic words. So I was having them do sight words just because I needed something for them to do like when they first just get in the room and like everyone's kind of getting situated. So, but they're not like, they don't really need sight words, and I was trying to find like second grade level sight words, and they still just like don't need them. So I found a list of multisyllabic words. There's like a lesson I should probably look at the lesson that goes with it. But anyway, we just go through and like break the word apart and talk about how like syllables can help us to spell words. And so yeah, it's just like a list, and we just focus on like one column a day. And so we did that, and then we talked about theme. We don't do like theme necessarily in 2nd grade. We do like what the author's trying to teach you, which I feel like is like the same thing basically as theme. It's just like, what does the author want you to know, like learn as you read the story. And so that's just like a really hard concept, I feel like, for kids. And so I was gonna actually give them like a few super short little like excerpts that I found on TPT, and I was just gonna have them like decide what the theme was. So I showed them the BrainPop video on theme, and I just told them like we don't refer to it as theme quite yet, but it's basically like what's the message in the story. And then I ended up reading the dot to them and just kind of going over like what is the underlying message of the story. And I still had kids that like weren't fully understanding it, so it made me like totally feel like I was right on track with like what I should be teaching them and like working with them on. So I don't know, that felt like good to kind of do that. It was just like totally on a whim, like I had something completely different planned, and then like the theme thing kind of just came up, and then I don't know, it just felt like a good place to go. So sometimes you just like change it up on the fly, and it's totally fine. So anyway, but yes, today was a really good day overall. Skylar did just come to school. Also, my lips are just so dry. By the end of the day, I feel like every day. Skylar just came to school and brought me new running shoes. How stinking exciting. I was just telling him yesterday that I wanted to get a new pair because mine are getting like kind of gross. And but then I looked at the bottom and I was like, well, they're not really worn out. But then he went to go get some new golf shoes today, and the Adidas place was having like a super mega sale, and so he had to spend like $100 or something, whatever, to like get a certain amount off. And so he bought me some shoes, so I'm super excited. I can't wait to go to the gym now. But he came to the school and he like dropped them off still because he knew I'd want them, and then he got me some socks to go with them as well. So I can't wait to go to the gym now and wear my new shoes. And I put them on and I ran around, and I'm super fast. So I also went through their literacy folders and I wrote down their scores from like their ReadWorks and stuff. So when they do their ReadWorks on the 2nd day, I'll write their score of what they got. If they get below a 70, I'm supposed to reassign it to them, and so that they can fix it. But tomorrow, or today's like the last day of that one, they're getting a new one tomorrow, so I'm not gonna have time to reassign it, unfortunately. I should have checked it yesterday, or I did check it yesterday, but they weren't done. Anyway, I don't know why I picked up the camera. Oh, I was gonna show my outfit and then I'm gonna go to the gym. It's 4:40 right now. I didn't really get much done, but I did some like kind of cleaning and just like not like literal housekeeping stuff, but like just straightening up, trying to find papers and like stuff that was just kind of a mess. So I'm not gonna, oh my goodness gracious, I'm not gonna explain like my outfit too in detail because it's part of a video I'm going to be filming this weekend, like part of all this outfit stuff. So I'll just like show it to you, but I'm not gonna like tell you where everything is because it's part of that video, so you'll have to wait and see. But I have on this necklace. I don't really feel like it honestly goes with what I'm wearing today, but I don't know. I just wanted to wear it and I thought it was kind of cute. So I just got it this weekend and I just kind of wanted to wear it. So I wore it. I don't feel like it matches that great, but I just don't like it with this neckline. I think it looks silly, but whatever. And I just have this black shirt on. This actually is pretty old. This is from American Eagle. I've probably had it for like 4 or 5 years, but it's like just a perfect like tee just to throw on. And then I have on these pants that are sort of like a cropped like skinny pant, and then I have these little pointy black leather shoes on, which are kind of hurting my feet at this point of the day. So I'm gonna put on my running shoes and I'm gonna go run some miles on the treadmill. I think that was all I was gonna share for today. I just wanted to share like what we had done because I loved that like theme activity. It was just like a really good discussion. Oh my goodness. And using the dot was like a perfect little, because we only meet for 30 minutes, and so it was just like a really quick little thing. So anyway, and the whole like word problem thing this morning was super great. They just answered it. I went over, checked it, and then they went over to the table, grabbed their other one, just kept going, and I saw them all like working as a team. So I just wanted to share some of those little ideas with you. So I'm gonna go. I'll catch up with you guys. Catch up with you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to check out yesterday's vlog, which would have been uploaded day. There's a giveaway going on in that video, so don't forget to watch that one if you didn't already. And I think that's it, so I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.